Hi, this is Hank reporting from Kyiv, and this is my update on Russian-Ukrainian war. Let's see what happened around Ukraine in the last 24 hours. Russian losses in May, record updated. Has Ukraine found a solution against FPV? George Clooney versus Russian propaganda. Energetic terror. Unbroken Kids. Yesterday, the defenders of Ukraine officially destroyed 1,080 Russian soldiers as well as 214 units of ground equipment plus 120 flying equipment. As you may have noticed, the number of killed and wounded occupiers have been consistently above 1,000 per day for more than a month. I won't say that this is good because these are still living people and we understand that someone's father or husband will not return from the war. This is terrible, but these people came to a foreign land to kill fathers and husbands who will also not return home to their Ukrainian families. The cause and effect relationship is very simple. More occupiers must be destroyed for this to stop. As for yesterday, look at the numbers of tanks and artillery. Russians have minus 25 tanks and minus 49 artillery systems in a single day. Some say that HIMARS operators received a record amount of ammunition, and this is definitely good. And here they are, the new records. During the month of May, the Ukrainian armed forces destroyed 38,940 soldiers of Russian army, including mercenaries of all colors and sizes. You can see the graph that this is about 25% more than in April. Probably their unsuccessful attack on Kharkiv from the north made a large contribution to these statistics. Just imagine, almost 40,000 people are now killed or injured because of the desire to steal someone else's land. And on our side, we also have several thousand killed and wounded. Here is a map of changes for the entire month of May. In bright red, you can see for how much temporarily occupied Ukrainian land Russians paid 40,000 broken lives. Estimate the number of kilometers nationwide. When everyone says that Russia is advancing, this is true, but if you see the pace of the offensive on such a scale, then it's unlikely to impress anyone. It's hard for us, but we're holding on. The second record is the number of Russian artillery systems destroyed, 1,160 pieces per month. Artillerymen do not see the enemy in person, but they understand exactly where their shells hit places where civilians are. I want to see all the artillery destroyed, complete demilitarization. This is very important news and with a minimum of details again. The famous Ukrainian commander Robert Brovy, callsign Madar, who leads one of the most productive units with drones, reports that following statistics for May, they managed to detect 2,057 Russian FPV drones that were attacking our positions and were able to neutralize 1,356 of them. That's over 73% of the success. The anti-drone fight has almost reached the air defense level, which is now about 80%. Madar made an important point that even when they intercept enemy drones, they still explode when they fall and can cause enormous damage, just like air defense missiles. It's still deadly, but there's no other way. Unfortunately, we do not have steel robotic eagles that would catch drones mid-flight and throw them into the sea. Not yet. This was interesting news for me. George Clooney and his wife Amal Clooney's foundation, the Clooney Foundation for Justice, is seeking an arrest warrant for Russian propagandists who promote war in Europe. The foundation's lawyers are working on this, said foundation spokeswoman Anna Neistat. I think the role of the Russian propaganda in this war is very significant, and in particular in the fact that Russian soldiers are committing war crimes in Ukraine. As for the readiness of Russian society to perceive this propaganda, I believe that seeds of this propaganda, like as you put it, fell in this soil for many years, and it was like training the consciousness of Russians, developing them the habit of trusting what is told by those TV channels that they are allowed to watch. This didn't start 2 years ago, but was a constant process, she said in an interview with Voice of America. According to Neistat, unlike the Russian military and their commanders, many Russian propagandists like to travel around Europe, have residence permits, relatives and property in different countries, and can be detained on the basis of a warrant in Europol member states. That is, in any European country, in theory, they can be arrested and extradited to a country that is investigated a criminal case against them under the same universal jurisdiction, the lawyer said. I'm happy to see the real support from such respected people as George Clooney and his wife. I would like to believe that their authority and connections in high circles will help change the situation and draw attention to the problem of Russian propaganda, which certainly does not good to anyone except Russia. And what is good for Russia now is bad for all surrounding countries. Seriously, who would benefit if Russia took over our country? Not even you, Orban. Russia continues to attack our energy sector. We have already lost a very large part of the infrastructure. I said before that absolutely all thermal power plants were either damaged or completely destroyed. The other day in Dnipro, hydroelectric station was attacked. Russians continue their energy terror while the world watches. I received accurate information about how things are today. Over the past 2 months, we have lost 8 gigawatts. This is the entire generation volume of a small European country. Full recovery may take a decade. Those power plants that we control now generate approximately 7.8 gigawatts of electricity during the period when they are not under repair. In the evening, all of Ukraine needs 11 gigawatts and in winter 18 gigawatts. We import approximately 1.7 gigawatts from Europe and can increase the maximum volume to 2.3 gigawatts. That is, if we manage to maintain the capacities that we have and buy as much energy as possible from Europe while increasing the load of nuclear power plants. Then still about 10% of the country will lack electricity now and in winter. It's hard for me to imagine what to do about this. Good Putin wants peace so much that he continues to destroy power plants in Ukraine and thus apparently hints how good it will be if we stop fighting. Write what you think about this and where do you think we can get electricity in winter? I heard that Turkey made a proposal to bring a giant ship with a diesel generator to our shores to provide electricity for the south. A center for rehabilitation of Ukrainian children, Unbroken Kids, has opened in Lviv. Yesterday, I showed several children who suffered from Russian aggression. This is a very sore topic, like most topics related to the children who suffer from the injustice of this world. I don't know what to say here. These few photos will say more than any words. Those people who do not have sympathy for the injured children make me suspicious. You may not like Ukraine or believe in Saint Putin, the savior of sinful planet, or in the pest or monster, but if you do not sympathize with the children who were hit by a missile, then I don't know what good can be in such a person. I will leave a link to this site. There you can read the stories of these kids and help them if you have the opportunity. If not, just send this site to your friends who have the chance to help make this life a little bit better for the little ones. It's all for today. I finished the text and went to shoot the competition of wounded military. Perhaps I will show this material tomorrow. Thanks for watching these videos. I decided to do 100 episodes and see what would happen. If these videos are useful and gain an audience, then I'll continue to make them, and if not, then I'll redirect my time back to taking photos. This was my update on the Russian-Ukrainian war for day number 830. Take care and see you tomorrow.